welcome to Here's the Thing 2021, a brand new episode. I'm Kevonstage. She's
that chick
Welcome to our podcast episode, banging on you all setting it up, bang with the one, the dragon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Sisqo.
That wasn't bad.
Sisqo, you listen, we are not professional. We are just people with video camera equipment. Now, Josh was born in 1994. He don't know nothing about
93. Respect 93 to infinity, Kev.
Josh don't know nothing about no 90s R&B.
I was born from it. What you talking, Kev?
No, Joshua, you don't know. So anyway, Sisqo, welcome to the show, man. Me and Angel have been big fans for you forever.
Thanks for having me, man. I've been following y'all as well.
What?
Stop it! Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, it's a whole story. It's a whole story. I know. You was wondering like how I found out. And a minute ago, you was talking on. You was talking about 5 steps.
Yes.
And Rochelle, who actually showed me the newer video back then, she was like, did you see Kev on stage? And I thought she was talking about my manager, Kevin. I was like, I was like, what? He was on stage? When was he on stage? No, 5 steps. I was like, I told him we wasn't singing 5 steps tonight. And he was, no, look, here, let me just send you the video. So she sent me the video, and that was the first time that I saw, that I was introduced to your comedy. And then I followed you over to All Deaf, and man, I've been checking y'all out ever since then.
Man, that is crazy.
Wow.
Angel and I, we are, Angel's over 40. God bless her. She looks great.
I am 40. You're shooting all these shots.
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, we grew up, and I now understand, like, our parents, their music, they stopped. They was like, this is my music. I don't go, it didn't go get no better than this. I didn't understand it when I was young. And now, 90s R&B, I'd be like, I don't want to listen to none of them young kids. They've never been through nothing.
It's a little different, though. I mean, well, no, it's exactly the same, to be completely honest. It feels different, though.
It definitely feels different. Sisqo, when you used to sing, okay, I could feel what you were singing. That, that was from your soul. So when these babies be out here whisper singing, and I ain't gonna mention no names, I just go
Nobody who blocked us on Twitter.
Okay.
Oh my!
It feel like it just go back around. I gotta be honest. I think me and R. Kelly broke R&B when we started the sing rap thing.
Yeah.
And now that's what it is now. It's the standard.
Listen, I want to say, well, actually, let's. I'm all over the place. I'm flustered.
You flustered? Listen, we got more questions.
We're gonna go to the questions. We're gonna go to the very professional questions that are written down on our notes section. So when your homegirl sent you the incomplete parody. Right. What did you think? Because I went all out. I had this.
Well, look, man, we must be kindred spirits in another life or something, because a lot of the things that you guys do, like owning your own content, and even down to where you stream your videos, is the same thing that we did. And it was funny because when I saw the video, Rochelle sent it to me. And I was looking at it to see if somebody owed me some money, because a bunch of people been sampling my music lately, and because I own my masters, I basically check it out and see if I'm a rock with it. We even had our own app too, man. I'll show it to you.
Dang,
yeah, right. I saw that. I downloaded your app too, man.
You got the Kevonstage Studios app. What you talking about? You got the app. You was on the app with the people.
We did, Kev.
Listen,
I was going I said, Angel, you heard him? Did you hear what he said?
Yes.
Hey guys, remember when Sisqo said?
I saw that parody that y'all did about Hollywood and that's and we'll get into that. I'll explain about my Hollywood experience. But when I first saw the parody, like I said, I was looking to see if it was any samples that I needed to clear or whatever. Yeah. And then I just started watching it, man. And then the first thing I saw that made me laugh was the aluminum foil on the head. I mean, on the dome, yeah, the aluminum foil, right? And I was like, so that was funny. But the thing that had tears coming out my eyes was that was the fake tiger.
What made you get the tiger, Sisqo? You had a dog.
That was the second time we had a tiger. I had a tiger in the Never Make a Promise video too. That tiger actually bit me.
Oh,
because that was the baby tiger. I tried to walk the tiger on a leash, and the lesson from that was tigers are not dogs. Bit me right on the head.
When that tiger was about to bite you, did you see your life flash before your eyes?
Nah, because if you look at the video, you see me like trying to walk the tiger like that. And you know, so I'm being cool. I turned around this way, and then I just felt like a lightning bolt, like just shoot through my body.
I would have ascended right there and died.
I was playing, but it was a baby tiger, but it was as big as like the biggest dog you ever seen. Ooh. But the tiger on the incomplete video, now that was a baby. That was a baby tiger too, but that tiger was huge.
Listen, I want you to know that Baltimore accent is as strong as ever. When you say it ain't going nowhere.
He's talking about the two, the dude,
and the dog. You done traveled the world in that accent, like, oh yeah, man, we in Singapore. No.
That's when you know I'm telling the truth.
When they come out.
Right. I want to talk about.
Wait. So after I saw the video. So my man Chuck called me. He was like, "Yo, you see this video?" So next thing you know, everybody sent me the video, and so so everybody was like, "Well, what you gonna do? You gotta say something. You gotta do something." So I went and bought a ball cap.
Oh my god!
and a fake beard, and I was gonna do the whole parody. I was gonna act like you. And then I realized that I'm not a comedian. I was like, this could go horribly wrong. Why don't we just call him?
That I would have ascended to heaven immediately if you would have.
Now you can help me do it to make it funny because I'm not. That's the problem nowadays. People keep doing stuff that they don't really do.
Yeah,
and, when you
that's
respect the art, and I respect comedians because your craft is like really, really difficult. And just out of respect, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Listen, we're gonna get you on the app, Sisqo, owners to owners. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Angel's part of the ownership group. We ain't really said that publicly, but Angel part of the ownership group. We might as well let people know. Owners to owners.
That's right. Yo, and my brother-in-law got a Maserati. Chris got a Maserati, so I was gonna do a video next to the.
Oh my god!
Maserati
died. We would have died.
Did you get the Maserati? I heard you was getting the Maserati. Did you get it?
You know what I did? It's right here in the garage. If I could pull it into this room, I would drive into this.
Pull it in, Kev.
I pull it into this room right now if I could. I want to talk a little bit about owning your masters because me and Angel grew up on 90s R&B music. Josh wasn't born yet.
I was conceived to 90s. Let's just set the record straight.
A lot of times, a lot of our favorite artists, we've seen a lot of unsungs and a lot of, movies. Not only do they not own their masters, they got some of the worst deals ever. Right. So walk us through how you became to own your masters, because from artists from your era, that is not the norm at all.
Oh, no. It wasn't the norm. The first deal, Babyface told us you just got to make it through the first deal because the first deal is most of the time is horrible. Mm-hmm. The first deal that we had a 7-album deal. We only We only did 6 albums to date.
Wow.
And they told us we had to split 2 cents. I was like, wait.
What do you mean?
Like, you can split 2 cents. Like that was like the mechanical royalties was to split 2 cents.
What is that? What does that even mean? I mean, I understand what you're saying.
I don't know. It clearly didn't add up to nothing because and then we never even made it to the group broke up before we even made it to 7 albums.
Oh no.
It was horrible. But one good thing came out of it. I found Woody.
You're like,
it's a Drew Hill joke.
Oh my god!
You see how we all are. We were like,
he gonna kill me too because I've been like running that joke all the way in the hole.
It did not click immediately. I was like, Kev, don't interrupt.
I know. I was thinking, wait a minute, he's saying you got a friend in me. I did not know that was his voice. Oh my God. This is amazing. I didn't know.
No, but the group broke up. I mean, Woody left the group on the set of the Wild Wild West. That's why I just thought it was on the set.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't want to, he was really in the gospel, like Choir Boy from Five Heartbeats.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that was when I decided to do the solo thing. But then when I went solo, that was I had learned from the group days to just do things a little bit different. And so I was fortunate enough to just do literally everything different. They still found a way to get to I had my my masters were like the deal was structured so well that they found a way to not pay me my money, and then it was years in litigation and they held the funds up,
Wow. So can you explain to people who might not understand what owning your masters means? I saw it in the Ray Charles movie, but the music industry is the most confusing business
ever. It is so
confusing. Yeah. Oh, it's confusing on purpose. But right. basically what happens is a lot of artists have been learning that they want to own their masters, and the master and this is the funny, not funny part. Back when you used to record, you used to have 2 reels. One was called the master, and the other one was called the slave.
Oh my God! Really?
Wow.
Dead ass. And the slave was the one that you recorded on, and then when you finished slaving over the track, the record label owns the master recording.
Wow, they weren't even trying to hide it at all.
White people.
It was like, I mean, it was one of the things. It was almost like when you got effed out of your money, it was kind of like, well, I mean, it was right there. You didn't see it, but the thing is, like, you go from minimum wage job or Baltimore,
right?
And it's like okay, stay in Baltimore, record deal, stay in Baltimore. So it's like the lesser of 2 evils, if you will.
Yeah.
So you end up, and then if you own your masters, like I do, basically what I did with my solo album was I recorded everything in-house. So I basically took all the money that we made from touring and stuff like that. And then when Woody left the group, I went into the studio and recorded my solo album with Thong song and all that on it. And the label didn't even ask me for a solo album. They wanted another Drew Hill album because Def Jam was a hip hop label.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know this, but hip hop was not mainstream at first.
Right.
In order to get into the mainstream, you kind of had to have some singing or something on your record.
Yeah.
So Def Jam got a lot of doors slammed in their face until Drew Hill came along, and since we were an R&B group, a lot of times, like, Hollywood parties and stuff. I remember one time Kevin and Leo, I was walking into a party with Paris Hilton and Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys, and Leo and Kevin was like, "Hey, Sisqo." I was like, "They're with me," you know what I mean? It was literally a velvet rope, and so they came in. Fast forward today, and like an artist, R&B artist usually cannot get any kind of airplay unless it's a rapper on it.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Yeah.
The world.
That's why when I saw you on All Deaf Digital, I was like, okay, well, it's only a matter of time before we meet because and then and then just like I left and took my masters, you left and took yours.
Come on. Ain't that the truth, Sisqo? Ain't that the truth? So let's take a quick break to talk about our first sponsor, Omax Health Cryo Freeze Sport TM. Living with chronic pain is the worst, and it's more than a feeling of discomfort. It can affect your whole life. Many of my listeners probably have some type of pain that has prevented them from relaxing, sleeping, or stopped them from exercising. But perhaps it's been ongoing for a few weeks now, and it hasn't improved with any of the treatments they've tried. I know my calf, because I was trying to do the crybaby challenge, has been tight. I can't. It's been hurting so bad.
Listen, Angel, when I sprained my ankle a couple months ago or almost 2 months ago, I thought it was going to be gone in like a day or two. My foot still hurts. And I just accepted, after 35, you're just going to be like, I'm going to just deal with some pain.
Yeah, I sprained my ankle a couple years ago, and it clicks now. I never clicked before. I got
no.
Yeah, it's all bad. I should have went to physical therapy. They told me to, but I didn't.
Well, enter Omax Health. If you're looking to get rid of nagging muscle, joint pain, cramping, or backaches immediately while providing long-lasting recovery, then you need to try the natural breakthrough pain relief solution, Cryo Freeze Sport Roll-On, developed by Omax Health. Omax new sport formulation includes a deep penetrating and potent punch of 8.5% of FDA-approved menthol levels to instantly ice out and block pain receptors, reduce inflammation, and improve muscle and joint flexibility. The best part is this 100% natural remedy works its magic within 5 minutes of application, and relief lasts up to 8 hours, much longer than the over-the-counter products. You will immediately feel less stiffness and more mobility. Let me tell y'all, you talking about pull it together?
Listen, Angel, I said when that Omax came in, I said, hold on, this is some relief. I ain't had felt no relief. I just was accepting a little bit of pain. It's gonna make me never mind. But that Omax came in, I said, I feel all right. I believe I'll run on.
I believe I'll run on. CryoSport is clinically tested, scientifically proven, and recommended by the top physicians, physical therapists, chiropractors, and athletic trainers worldwide. The product reviews speak for themselves. 95% 5-star reviews, page after page of customers saying that they've tried everything. And Omax Cryo Free Sport is so good, they're now buying it for family and friends. Cryo Free Sport is ideal for athletes, active people, and those with injuries, and those looking for long-lasting relief plus quick recovery. You probably qualify, okay? If you're one of those people, simply roll it on and over where it hurts and ice out the pain. No messy creams or horrible fragrances like some of those other products. Cryo Free Sport works within 5 minutes of application, improving physical training, recovery performance. So go to omaxhealth.com and enter the code SK. Get 20% off Cryo Free Sport in site-wide. I'm telling you, this product is the real deal. So go to omaxhealth.com and enter the code SK to get 20% off in site-wide. Omax Health is offering our listeners 20% off a full bottle of Cryo Freeze Sport Pain Relief Roll-On. This discount also applies towards any product site-wide. Just go to omaxhealth.com today and enter the code SK. That is omaxhealth.com and enter the code SK. To get 20% off Cryo Free Sport site-wide. All right, let's get back to the podcast. So Sisqo.
Hold on 1 second, Angel.
What?
I don't know what owning your masters means still.
Oh, basically, if anybody wants to sample the song, like Thong song, like Daddy Yankee sampled it with a song called Don Don. So they gotta ask me for permission, and then Chris Brown and Jacquees sampled Thong song, and so they send me the song, and I listen to it, and I can either approve it or not approve it because I'm the one that owns the song.
So whereas, if you don't own your masters, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's what masters are. Like I own, like if somebody wants to use, like let's just say for instance, Thong song, and they have to call me and ask for permission, or I mean, basically get in touch with my company. Then the company sends over whatever it is they want to use my song or my likeness for, like this doll, like. They had to ask me because I own my likeness. See, a lot of times, like an artist won't even own his or her likeness. Like you can have a dope photo on an album cover or something, and like somebody else owns that.
So if you don't own your masters, an artist can sample your song without your permission at all. Facts. If the label okays it.
No, they got to ask. They ask the label. You don't even have to be a part of the conversation.
Wow. So it could be an artist you don't like, music you don't like, using it in a way you don't like. And if you don't own that master, you have no say-so anymore.
You don't have any say-so, no. Not unless you have something in your paperwork that says that you're a part of that conversation. But the standard, especially with the new contract that I think Kevin Lyles, he from Baltimore too. I think he set that up real nice. The 360 deal, once again, my bad, y'all. I think they created that because I was one of the youngest CEOs in the game. I own. A lot of people don't know that Thong Song was on my label.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. So I had artists and my label like way back in '99, and so now everybody got a label and everybody. Yeah. And so because I think because of the way that I did structure my deal. I think the 360 deal was kind of artists like me who owned stuff, and it was like, yeah. And if you don't know what a 360 deal, that's basically you sign with a major label, they get a piece of everything you do. When at first it used to just be the album, and now you do a movie or you do a commercial or whatever you do, the label gets a piece of it. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, and hopefully this ain't messy. Is there anybody who has asked permission to use your stuff and you heard it and you've been like, oh, no,
and
sir.
I was like, no, yeah, that happened a couple of times. I was like, nah, I don't know if I can get with that.
So, okay, what era of R&B do you think was best? And as Kevin would say, and why is it 90s R&B?
Why is it 90s? Dude, that statement you made, Kev, when we first got on, it's ringing true right now. I had a statement prepared for this, and I don't know if it stands up anymore. Because I was going to say, like, back in, like, the era that came before the 90s R&B, right? With, like, Funk. New Edition and stuff, it kind of... To me, it felt like a lot of the groups sounded similar, just like in the 60s, where I couldn't really tell... like the Four Tops from the Temptations a lot of the times. But to me, Boyz II Men sounded completely different than Jodeci.
Yeah.
Jodeci sounded different from 112. 112 sounded different than, Jagged Edge. Jagged Edge sounded different from Dru Hill. In Vogue and Destiny Child didn't sound nothing alike, neither did Escape and SWV. So to answer your question, that was the 90s. All of those artists had their own identity. Everybody was kind of doing our own thing. With the exception of us, I was doing my best KC impression. I wanted to sound like Jodeci so bad. Like, you sound like KC. You trying to sound like Jodeci. I was like, thank you, exactamundo.
You get it. Yes.
Now we're getting somewhere.
That's hilarious. They were trying to insult you. You were like, finally, people are recognizing my goal from the beginning.
Right. The worst part was we really didn't though. We really didn't. Like we just recorded a new song that sounds more like Jodeci than we ever sounded like Jodeci. Tell me kind of sound like Jodeci, but can you see Jodeci singing Thong song? Absolutely not.
No.
So eventually, eventually we found our own voice. But
yeah. Speaking of Thong song, the Thong song is so good that it repeats. The verse and chorus repeats, and we didn't even notice it at the time. Were you in the studio like, you know what? Let me just run that back. And
just go ahead, double that and loop it, and we're good. Just send me the bounce. I'm gonna send it out.
Well, it's not a loop. It's not a loop, but I slam said I think I sing it again.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Look, when I was coming up with the record, because I didn't write anything down. I freestyled ever since the song we did for the Rush Hour soundtrack, which was the first time we worked with Def Jam, and the most any artist had ever gotten paid for a soundtrack at the time. We did a song called How Deep. I was like, that's kind of the first time I did that kind of sing rap thing.
Yeah.
And we kicked the door open for the Latin invasion because like right after that, because like Selena and all of them was selling over in Latin speaking countries. And you even had like artists like Menudo and stuff that had a little bit of success in America, but it wasn't until after How Deep that it was like Ricky Martin and what's her name? Jennifer Lopez and Enrique Iglesias. Like it was like the floodgates kind of open, and that's when those artists had really hit the mainstream. So I forgot the question.
It was all about the Thong song repeating itself.
Oh, the Thong song repeating. It was because when I came up with that record, I was doing my best to come up with a second verse, and it didn't really feel like it. Nothing felt like it worked. I was like, yo, what if I sang the same verse but sang it like an octave higher? And then what if I modulated? And then I said, what if I sang the same thing 4 times over but made it sound different? Now that would be complex simplicity. That would be genius. I would be impressed with that if I heard somebody sing one verse and it sounded different every time. I would be impressed. So that was kind of the. Plus, I couldn't think of nothing better than
that is. And the thing about it is, I remember where I was when that song came out. I was in high school, and I hadn't heard the song yet. Right, this is before Melissa. I was walking down the hallway, and this girl was like, "You got dumps like a truck," and I was like, "Huh?" Like, what are you saying? She was like, "You got dumps like a truck." I was like, But then that day on the bus, I heard it, and I was like, "Oh."
Then you say you had crack a Malbosia.
Crack on my blood.
Yo, that's the devil, right? That's the devil in the Thong cartoon. Malbosia.
So I want to ask you, like the Thong song music video, and you guys' music videos, I feel like we were blessed. Music videos when we came up were like short films.
They were epic Marvel movies.
Yeah. I came up, dude. That whole thing. Look, when I did Thong song, the censors didn't allow you to put like actual anything like that in the video. So if you look at the first Thong song video, we had the girls lay upside down so that it wouldn't appear to be an actual butt in a thong.
Wow.
And that was an idea I came up with to sneak past the censors. So then after we snuck past the censors, that's when Nelly came in with trip.
Oh.
So Sisqo, you're a Trailblazer.
And then they had BET after. I mean, dude, we with that. Now that's what you call unleashing the dragon. It all It was over. After that first, like that video is PG compared to what happened after.
Oh yeah. The Thong song, I can show that to my kids right now. They'd be like, "Oh,
and dude, I purposely wore white in the video to appear like the good guy because I wanted soccer moms. I didn't want them to feel threatened.
No,
So I was like, all right, let me appear like a good guy.
On butt. Like
I don't touch anybody. If you look at the video, I don't touch not one person in that video.
No,
Even when the girl's like dancing really close to me, I'm like,
slowly back it up.
I was like this. Oh no, she was like, she was going to the. I just
this me. I'm right here. I'm right here.
Where you learn how to do all them? You be flipping, moving, all the stuff. Yeah. Where did all that come from?
You know what? When I was around 5 years old, I saw Michael Jackson do the moonwalk, and it felt like the world stopped.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that's what I want to do. And I was a church kid too, Kev. So I was singing I was like the only kid on the young adult choir. I was singing like at 4 or 5 years old.
Going ham.
With that voice.
Dude, I used to do the best Michael Jackson. Yeah. Well, no, I didn't. Yo, you know what? I made that up because remember I told you I freestyled, and the very first time I hit that riff was on that song "How Deep" on the Rush Hour soundtrack. And what happened was we were writing the album, and one of the group members asked me to sing on the record, and I really didn't want to sing on it because I was writing another song in another part of the studio, and so so the beat's going, and then I was like, anytime I didn't really feel a song, I would take that just that energy and put it into the song. So I really didn't want to sing the song, so I was like, yeah.
Gotta do it now.
No, I can't do it now, bro.
And that's why I said I'm beginning to feel it. And then I was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Bam, I got my signature riff because it was a checklist when I came out as an artist. I was like, yo, there was 3 things about Michael Jackson that set him apart from everybody, aside from all of his other talents. One was that he had a signature like riff, like a signature sound, like he. And 2, he had like a signature look. So if you dressed up like Michael Jackson on Halloween, you knew you were being Michael Jackson. And 3, he had a signature move, which was the moonwalk. So I was like, yo, I gotta get a signature riff. And so, even KC had, he had, ooh, yeah. And then
you sound just like him.
He's like that.
I get pretty close. I get pretty good. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
If you close your eyes, that's KC right there.
K can do it better.
All right, let's take a break from the podcast real quick and talk about how cute I look. Okay, I wish y'all could see these jeans I got on because they are so adorable. And guess where I got them from?
Where'd you get them from?
I got them from Everlane. Yes. Everlane is sponsors for today's podcast. And when I tell you I am feeling comfortable and feeling cute in these Everlane jeans, in this year, 2021, I wanted to be able to update my wardrobe, want to be able to look cute when we on camera. I also wanted to be comfortable. And with Everlane, I was able to discover some fresh favorites that were able to really fit my style and my shape. In 2010, Everlane made a resolution to create quality clothing with ethical factories and radical transparency. They do extensive research and vetting to use ethical factories that provide fair wages and reasonable hours to the skilled people who craft their clothing. Most retailers charge up to 6 times their cost and hide their markups, but Everlane shares exactly how much their products cost to make, from labor to transportation. I know for me, putting these on this morning, I was like, oh, I feel confident and comfortable, because I know sometimes what's worse is when you get dressed and you don't feel good. Okay.
Man, listen, Angel. In my profile picture everywhere right now, I'm wearing an Everlane hoodie because this thing was, I buy a lot of hoodies. I support a lot of people's merchandise. Hey, man, God bless. I know we all got to start from somewhere. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't able. All quality ain't equal. But that Everlane hoodie, that was durable and comfortable and soft. I loved it so much, I built an outfit around it. That's how much I like my Everlane.
Okay, yes. And these jeans, I'm telling you, these ain't no cheap, like, fall apart jeans. These things hold you in. They feel like durable. Like, I could get a good twerk in this, as well as sit down and be professional and host the podcast.
Balance.
Okay? So you can shop pieces ready for any to do, including accessories, comfort-based layers, lightweight activewear, and more, all made from certified organic cotton, the world's cleanest denim factory with zero landfill waste. Okay, so we want you to go to everlane.com/SK and sign up for 10% off your first order plus free shipping, and get easy returns within 60 days of your ship date. That is 10% off your first order when you go to everlane.com/SK. Sign up.
And listen, before we get back into the show, I want to talk about another sponsor of the episode, Skillshare. No matter what 2021 brings, you can spend it creating something meaningful with Skillshare's online classes, because time is what we make it. Skillshare is an online learning community that offers membership with meaning. With so much to explore, real products to create, and the support of fellow creatives, Skillshare empowers you to accomplish real growth. You know what I was on Skillshare doing, guys?
Let's hear it. Yes. 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 Hey.
Choir say everything. Sing
everything. Where are we going?
I don't want
everything to me. Yeah.
Yes, Kevin.
Running my guitar, and you know what? I'm just gonna be okay being okay. I got so many people. I said, man, how can I do a bar chord? And somebody said, Ken, what you got to do? You got to put the thumb on the back, and you got to use this part of your finger. You got to hold it right there, and then you it's just, I'm not alone. Learning things on YouTube, you just all alone. You play the video, you stop it. You ain't got no help. But on Skillshare, you go in there and they say, hey, Kev, you need help? I'll be like, I need help with everything. And then they begin talking to me and being my very own friend. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Incredibly affordable, because Skillshare is also incredibly affordable, especially when compared to pricey in-person classes and in workshop. Ain't nobody got time for that. An annual subscription is less than $10 a month.
Wow.
So now you listen to this. Explore your creativity at Skillshare.com/SK. And get a free trial and premium membership. That's Skillshare.com/SK. And now back to the show.
And then you even got like DMX. He had the all icons had like a signature riff. Mine was a signature look, which was the blonde hair, which the label didn't even want at first.
Mm-hmm.
Really? If you look at the album, if you look at the first album cover, they had a hat on me in all of the pictures because they didn't really want my hair to be blonde.
Oh.
And then lastly was the one hand jam. Now I could do a backflip, but I couldn't do that and sing simultaneously. So I wanted to come up with a move that I could do and sing at the same time. Came up with the one hand jam. It's not a cartwheel. The definition of cartwheel is two hands.
Right.
And that was it, man. So it was like the 1, 2, 3 of, in my personal opinion, what makes like an iconic artist. And if you go through that checklist and you think about icons, they all kind of have it. Like, if you dress up like an icon for Halloween, you're that icon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Look at Sisqo was strategic, okay?
Listen, man. Sisqo was really strategic, and they was trying to hold you down. The record label trying to hold you down. You like, I know what I'm doing. Shoot.
That was how I disappeared, though. because it was like they didn't want me to be the boss no more. So I'm tired of taking orders from him. Let's go make several clones.
I can see that though. I can see those companies being like, look, you know what? This guy, he wants to own his stuff. He's got his own mind. Let me go back into the hood and get somebody else who wants to be out of move from the inner city. And that's a lot of times if you watch in those R&B, those not R&B, but those movies, it's always like they take advantage of your
naivete.
Naivete, and you know, it's like in the New Edition movie, they were like, "Bro, we living in the hood in Boston, and you talking about going to LA? Yeah,
right.
Sign where?"
And if you, it was a blueprint that they follow for success. That was kind of like I followed from Michael Jackson, and then the artists after me followed after that. You had to get a Pepsi commercial.
Mm-hmm.
You had to do a movie with Cuba Gooding Jr. Yo, B did the same thing. Like you had to start from a group, go from a group.
She surely did.
To the Pepsi commercial to the.
Oh my gosh, she did.
Yeah, she ain't playing. She
it was like and then after you leave the group, you own your own stuff. You have your own label.
Wow.
That's so crazy.
Wow.
So and then you get blacklisted if you're black, if you're a black male.
What was that like to come back from I mean, you never went away to us. I never stopped.
But you're talking about the mainstream. Like
yeah.
It was rough, dude, because I was I had shipped platinum on my second album, and I was in Japan, and it was even bigger over there than my first album because I didn't have an opportunity to go over there on my first album.
Mm-hmm.
So overseas, they were like really happy to see me. I was selling dolls. I had my own clothing line.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the kid. I had a rap group. I had a female group that all broke up.
Wow.
You know, the whole literally I had a show. I shot a pilot on NBC that had actually got picked up, and then the co-star quit right before we went to air.
Oh my gosh.
It was me and Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart?
That is the most random.
And guess who was on the show with me?
Huh.
Everybody that was on the show with me ended up working with NBC. Kenan Thompson played my cousin.
Wow.
Yo, you know Zach, who plays Shazam?
Yeah.
He was my manager. And remember, he had that show on NBC called Chuck.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they basically did. And then everybody that was in the first movie I was in ended up blowing up. Mila Kunis was my first on-screen kiss. Zoe Saldana was in the movie. Ben Foster, Colin Hanks.
Well, shoot, come on over down to Kevonstage Studios and give us that stuff.
Listen, because let me tell you right now, we don't quit. Something
We don't.
No, we don't.
Right. We just rebrand. It used to be Dragon Records. Now it's Dragon Music Group. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you, where did the dragon come from?
The dragon. It was literally just like, see how those awards is hanging up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In our first video, in our first photo shoot, we shot it in Chinatown, and this dragon was on the wall. And when they were working on the album artwork, she took the dragon and she put it in between the word Drew and Hill. And when we came to look at the artwork, I was like, "What's with the dragon?" She was like, "I don't know. I just thought it looked cool." I was like, "Well, who owns it?" And she was like, "Nobody."
She's like,
I was like, I took my advance and I bought the dragon.
Oh,
Really?
Come on, investment.
I told the guys, I was like, yo, we should, if we have the dragon, then whether we're here or not, just like the Rolling Stones, we'll have a symbol that'll be around forever. And they was like, and then I was like, yo, we should even get the dragon put on our mic. This is my mic piece right here.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, I ain't doing that. I was like, all right, well, I'll do it. And so I was like, yo, we should get a guitar made with the
I see the guitar.
Oh, that is fire.
It works too. Because
Wow.
that's me playing on You Are Everything.
Uh-huh.
That's yeah.
All right, let's take one more break so we can give a shout out to our very last sponsor of today's episode, and that is Policy Genius. If last year didn't teach us anything, it taught us one thing: to be prepared for the unexpected. And when it comes to taking care of my family, I want to be prepared just in case anything happens to me. And that is where Policy Genius steps in. Okay. Policy Genius makes it easy for you to compare more than 30 of the top insurers at once. So you can save over 50% in the process. And I'm not sure if you've ever dealt with looking for insurance, but it can be a daunting task. Okay.
I dealt with it, Angel. I did. I said, man, listen, one thing, especially being self-employed, usually, my job has it, but listen, this time it was different. I said, I need a little bit more help. And Policy Genius said, okay, we're going to make it easy for you. I said, well, thank you very much, Policy Genius.
Thank you. They got the licensed experts that help you. And because the licensed experts work for you and not the insurance companies, you can rest assured that you are going to be able to find the best policy that fits you in your life, in your circumstances. So all you have to do is head over to policygenius.com, and in minutes you can figure out how much coverage you need and be able to compare quotes with all of the top insurers to find the best price for you. And what's great is that Policy Genius will compare the policy starting, so cheap, as little as $1 a day, and you might be able to or eligible to skip the in-person medical exam. So once you apply, what happens is the Policy Genius team, they handle all the paperwork, all the red tape. So if there's anything that goes awry in the process, in the application process, they will take care of it. And that type of peace of mind is something that you really want when dealing with life insurance. It's the type of service that has earned Policy Genius a 5-star rating across 1,600 reviews on Trustpilot and Google. So this is what I want you all to do. Make it the year you finally cross the life insurance, that you get life insurance off of your list and get protection for your loved ones. Go to policygenius.com and get started. You could save 50% or more by comparing quotes and start the new year with one less thing to worry about. Policy Genius. When it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right.
Hey,
get it right.
Get back to the podcast.
Back to the show. Listen, man.
Jesus.
Sisqo really had you took the advance money. People was buying cars. She was like, let me go ahead and buy this piece
of house. I bought a house first. They was like, because I was told if you can afford a house, then you will definitely be able to afford a car. So I was on the bus before my first car. Like
a homeowner on the bus.
No. I got until I could buy a house. I was living in my mom's house, and then because our first single went platinum, and every single after that went either gold or platinum. Every commercial release, but we didn't own those masters. So then when Thong song came out and my solo album came out, I ended up I sold Diamond worldwide.
Woo.
So
you own that.
Yeah. So that's when and then in 2001, that was when me and the label, because what happened was they start acting up, and because I was supposed to do, I had written How Many Licks for Lil' Kim. And as a favor, because when you're in a business relationship with your label, you have to have permission to do outside projects or risk legal action.
Yeah,
because you don't want nobody making money off the brand that they are co-owner in, which was the Sisqo brand. Plus, they had a Foxy Brown album coming out. So I said, okay, well, I'll do a favor for y'all. I'll do the DMX record, and I'll do a remix of Thong Song. Thong Song didn't even need a remix. And I did a remix, and I put it on a Nutty Professor, and y'all won't. And at the time, it was only Foxy Brown and Little Kim that was out. So I was the only artist that had a song with both of them. And How Many Licks was so dope. They got amnesia after I did my part of it. And they was like, if you go shoot her video, we gonna sue you. So then we ended up going back and forth with them. And I wasn't in the video. Then people started looking at me like I thought that I was too big to be in the video of a song I wrote. The one and only time we performed the record was at, I believe it was a BLS show in New York. I was the only R&B artist on the all hip hop show. And I was like, I wanted to do more, but my cheap label ain't pay for nothing. But I'm gonna do one better. And then I bought out Little Kim, and then we did How Many Licks. And then like the next day, they was like, yo, Sisqo hoard the label, blah, blah, blah. And then so by the time I came out with the second album, they was like, we'll show his black. And so when I went overseas, they like didn't push my album, but like people don't know that they had already went and sold my second album. So I was platinum before I even sold anything. Then it was a scandal because they switched the barcode on my album with Ashanti's album, and that's a whole nother. that was how she was like the highest selling female artist. If you notice, they came out around the same time, and we were all on the same label, and they switched the barcode with her album and Music's album, and that was when Kevin Lyles was under that investigation with.
What?
Label's been jugging for years, man.
So many things make so much sense now.
So crazy. So crazy. You don't even remember the songs that was on that album. Like Ashanti got hits, but on that specific album, like I don't even really remember.
You're listening, you're like,
all right, what's going on?
I don't remember this. I don't.
Man, that is a sinister business, man.
This is Ryu. His name is Dragon.
Hi, man. How are you?
He was born the year the Dragon, so we named him Dragon. Just like me, I was born the year the Dragon. Then when I went to Japan, they said that my signature looked like the kanji for Dragon. I was like,
you were like, this is
I must be the Dragon.
You're like, I bought the Dragon too. It's great.
Right. What do you need?
And Coco.
Oh, and Coco. And this is Kamiko, my daughter.
Oh, great kids. Look at y'all.
How old are your kids, Sisqo?
6 and 8.
Oh, you got that.
Angel Sisqo. Are those your only two kids?
Absolutely not. My oldest daughter was the little girl in the beginning of Thong Song.
Okay. So how old is she now?
His age, Josh's age.
I'm 27.
I'm 1,000.
Okay. Okay.
See, wait a minute, Kevin was about to
No,
make
she's like she's 20. She just turned 26.
Oh,
How many kids you got, Sisqo?
3.
3.
That I know of.
Angel, so many kids.
That I know of. I know of those 3. Those are the ones with the blood test.
Those are
said 99.9%.
These are my kids.
Before we let you go, Sisqo, when you went solo, what was, because listen, I was a Dru Hill fan, but when that album, your solo album, I was like, whoo, this thing is infinite flame. Incomplete is my favorite. And this is, you can ask my wife. I'm not just saying this because you're here. That is my favorite. Incomplete and Weak, male and female. Those are
yes. Weak. Oh my, yo, Coco can still do that and more today.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
This is why we always be talking about 90s R&B artists. They be singing for real. No studio.
And what you say? You got to be reaching for something that ain't there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all from church, but I didn't even. Montel Jordan wrote that record.
I saw that.
Yeah, and I didn't even. That was one good thing that Kevin Liles did, because I didn't initially want to sing that song, because I've done the best I could to not sing songs that sound like Dru Hill was singing. When I heard the line got a bank account bigger than the law should allow, I said, I gotta sing that. That's how I choose records. I choose records that I don't want nobody else. Like, if somebody send me a record and I think it's fire, like I'm like, I listen to the lyrical content, and then I think to myself, would I care if somebody else sang that record? And if the answer is no, then I'm like, I'm good. Like, I remember when Usher got this one record, There Goes My Baby. I wish that was my song. And when that came out, I was like, damn, I wish that was my song. Like, why won't he sing it with me? Body that. That's why.
Body. No, we can't listen. Everybody keeps asking, so we got to ask it. What about Verzuz? If you all did Verzuz,
they called us already.
So is it going to happen?
We've been talking to Jodeci, because I know KC, they like distant cousins, and now I sing with Player, who do y'all remember the third Jodeci album when Jodeci sounded completely different?
No, I can't say that I do.
With songs like Freaking You.
Oh yeah, I know that. I know the songs. I don't know which ones go which albums.
Oh, okay. Well, on that album, a lot of the background was done by the guys that I work with now, Smoking Black. They were from the group Player. Like, remember when everybody thought that Lil Wayne could sing on the Shorty?
Yeah.
That was Static, God rest his soul. And he used to sing with Player, and Player used to be Devontae's group. And so now Player is, and now all of Dru Hill quit. I think Note said he coming back. And Smoking Black now is singing with Dru Hill. So then we really sound like Jodeci.
For this, y'all gotta go. Okay, we'll stand over here. Y'all stand over there. But then on the next show, y'all come with us.
We all just sing together, man. Like, whoever want to show up for work that day.
Whoever want to be here.
We really just want an excuse to listen to the music and hear the stories. That's the part about Verzuz that they used to do on the Instagram that I like.
I'm down. We waiting for KC. But I already did a song. I did a song with a new artist named Omar, Raheem Devon, and Sean Stockman from Boyz II Men. We did Quincy Jones's Secret Garden over. And we just shot the video. We just shot the video for that. So I make sure my people send it to y'all. So, plus Wanye, like, just don't even. I'm good. I'm not.
Listen, man. I just saw a video of him on Christmas. He still sings just like he did, like nothing. And then his kids sing just like.
I didn't know that, for real. What about Sean? One day he just said, "You know what? I'm just gonna play every instrument and playing everything." It's just,
man.
If that Verzuz happens, I might have to relax my hair.
Yo, I'm ready. I'm ready for that Verzuz. But on the solo tip, I only got like 5 records. Like if we can combine it, I got it.
Yeah. We'll do Dru Hill and you. That's fine. You all of it. Come on.
Well, like I said, I would love. First of all, if anybody see Jazz, tell him I said what's up. No, I'm just joking. He texted me the other day. Jazz texted me the other day. Would he say he never coming back? And Noak said that I think he said he might come back. I don't know.
Okay.
We still do shows though. Smoking Black Dragon. I'm Dragon, Smoking Black, and we do all the hits. And you know, Sisqo's there and we sing all the hits. So we here and we here for it. I'm down for the verses. Who else would be a good verses though? Like maybe me and Genuine, maybe.
You and Genuine would be great.
They don't have that same.
It doesn't have. Yeah, there's something about the bite that you and Jodeci have that would have the horse by the neck.
Yeah,
that I need.
Okay. You draw the line too. Me and my brother got complete. We already did the verses. We was on vacation this summer. He's Jodeci. We was arguing Drew Hill versus Jodeci, and we did the verses. And I was like, "Don't play with Drew Hill." And I'm not. I said, I ain't gonna throw Sisqo in there. I ain't gonna throw that complete. I'm gonna let you have it. I ain't gonna throw Thong in there. But we literally did the full 20 for 20 in Palm Springs in July. We had a great time. You were there. It was fantastic.
Oh, that's what's up. And I wasn't even in there, and I am flattered. So anybody see KC, tell him I'm ready. I told him to call me. I sent him my number. We didn't talk to Apple. We didn't talk to Timbaland. Because remember, Timbaland used to work with Jodeci, and Timbaland did all of Players' music. And Aaliyah, God rest her souls. Every time you heard a male voice on Aaliyah, that was Smoking Black and Static. That was Player.
Wow.
They sang on Genuine's music too.
That's them
singing on So Anxious and
that's my jam.
Yeah, that's them. So
I got a little beat.
R&B is all embodied in one group now.
they all of it. They could just do everybody's music.
We could do everything. That's what I said. Like if we did the verses, then Smoking Black is already there. We could sing the Jodeci. We could do the Drew Hill. We could do the Sisqo. We could do it all. I'm just waiting for KC to call us back.
I need
KC,
it.
make the call.
Come on, KC. I need to hear Beauty is the name. I need all of that.
Right. Think all billion of your followers. Wasn't it a billion people that was watching y'all, man?
Man, it was crazy. It's just been off. It's been all ridiculous.
Dexter, can you tell just quick before we go, man? Can you please tell me the plight, the short version of how y'all got the way you are? Because you started off at All Deaf and with hilarious, like, man, the Tony Bakers and to hear more. Yo, I literally don't forget Teddy Ray. Yo, I literally and wait, Meg shouted us out when y'all did a back and forth, who would be better with. And Teddy Ray had the audacity to say Jagged Edge. Maybe if you put Jagged Edge and 112 together, they could get our record sales. I don't know.
That's true.
But no, I mean not Jagged Edge. They got like a whole. It's a
different thing. It's a different thing.
Like most of their songs, like kind of in the same key. I don't know.
Yeah, it's early 2000s.
One long song. Promise. No, it's not. No, I'm cool with them though, because I was in a rest. Me and Kyle was fighting backstage of the show because he said something about Nokia. But that's for another show. We cool now. I'm cool with Jagged Edge, 112. Everybody from the 90s I'm cool with. I'll have no beef unless it's some money involved and we can start a beef.
Oh man.
Beef is here.
I wanted
to say Patrick. I met Patrick at an event that Eddie Murphy was throwing with his daughter's art gallery. And I went there and I met Patrick and I was telling him that I wanted to get up with you guys, but you had already left. So
listen, Patrick grew up with Eddie Murphy's kids, and he just randomly said that one day. Listen, Sisqo.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he grew up with his kids. He was like, oh yeah, he used to be at their house, and I was like, you don't bring that up. Yes, he never talks about it though. what happened honestly was I was touring, doing stand-up comedy, touring. I always kind of wanted to do my own thing even before I went to All Deaf, but I felt like that'd be a good opportunity for me to learn how the business works because we had just did a deal with a company called Awesomeness TV, and it was basically like a record label deal. They paid us crap. They owned everything, even though I wrote, directed, produced, edited my son's videos. Literally, they took them, and because we signed on was trying to get out of Washington. That was our Baltimore, but we had a house. They took them and then they put them on Nickelodeon and sold it.
From Washington?
Yeah, I lived in Washington State for 13 years. My dad's in the military, so I'm for not Washington.
Okay.
Hush.
Listen, because I don't want him thinking that you from somewhere important. He's from Washington up there.
But no, I was on tour with two other comedians, and we were splitting all the tour revenue halfway with the promoter, and we were splitting the half a third. So I got a third of half, and all the promoter was doing was paying for the venues, which were churches. And I was like, these can't be that expensive. And he would get some food for us. We had to pay our own flight and our own hotel.
Right.
Or maybe he got the hotel. I don't know. And one day we had a 3-show run in Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio. And he was showing us the numbers. He was like, I need y'all to push harder because we're already at these numbers. And he screenshot it. And I knew because we were still making good money with a third of a half.
Right.
I saw the whole, and I said, hold on.
Hold on, wait, that's it.
It was two things happening at once. You making half of this, and you also can't promote the show without us. Like it ain't like back in the day, the promoter, they flew you out, they paid for everything, they promoted radio, all the ads. We got to promote it, and you getting half of this for being able to pay for the venue and getting some chicken breast.
That's split 210.
Right.
Wow.
And that was the worst mistake he ever made.
Work for drinks.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I don't need to sell this many tickets if I get all of this. I don't need to sell 1,000 tickets. I could sell 250 and I'll make more than this. And that was it. And then I couldn't I worked the whole first tour. I worked a full-time job the whole time. Monday through Friday. Thursday night we would leave, or Friday morning I'd work remote, literally be answering emails. I had to wake up and answer emails on the plane. And then I fly back to LA. That was one of the best benefits of living in LA. You could fly back from Atlanta and get to LA at 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I would go straight to work. But during the second tour was coming around, and my wife was like, look, you can't do both. You can't work a full-time job and do this.
Like, hey, man, the milk boy, the bus boy, the paper boy.
Man, listen. John was on that tour. We was literally in Philly one time. We rented this venue, and they were supposed to set it up. We had rented an art gallery, and the lady, we got there, and it was just an art gallery. We were like, the venue's supposed to be set up, and she was like, yeah, I saw that, but I just wasn't going to do all that. We were like, what? She was like, I'm not setting, and she was a white woman. This is a white woman. She was like, I was not about to set those chairs up. So y'all can set them up, and then just make sure you put it back like this. So we were like, okay. So
now y'all was setting stuff up.
Yeah, we were setting up chairs. All of us, me, Josh, Tony Tahir, Melissa, everybody was setting chairs up, setting the mics up, all that stuff. And I saved all that money from both of those tours, and basically did the same thing. Like my brother brought the app to me because we really just wanted to make movies. I didn't have no dreams of making an app at all. We just really wanted to.
So you've been directing all of those films? I mean, like the clips you're doing?
Yeah, well, Tony Valentino, he's one of our boys. He directs all the sketches and stuff.
And parodies.
Those sketches, y'all nailed when y'all did the Hollywood one.
Yeah.
That was so funny. If you haven't seen that sketch, y'all make sure y'all go see that sketch. It was very funny and very true.
Yeah.
And that was the reason why I didn't do I did like 2, maybe 3 movies, and then I just was like, I don't want to be black guy number 5. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like they have like a set role.
Yeah.
And it's like you always, I knew I shouldn't have got out of bed this morning. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's the same stereotypical. I'm like, nah, I'm flyer than I don't want to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then what if you don't get a movie for a long time? The last time they seen you was
You was doing that.
Like it'd be just like, you know what I mean? Like the role, it's like, and then it's like they want you to look like you can't like look like you gotta be like a stereotype. They want you to be dark skinned, bald head, tall. You can't be, Black American. Because we all mixed up. Like Ancestry.com said I'm half white. I was like, for real?
When? Since when?
All right.
Listen, when the vid is over, I'm a hit, Kev. I want you to be in our stuff. You are funny. You are talented.
You're hysterical.
I mean, we gonna put you first class. We're gonna have a tiger next to you on the plane.
Oh no, on the tigers. That was the last time, dude. When I was feeding that tiger, the tiger was like drinking out the bottle, and it was licking. It felt like, and I had you saw I had a sweater on.
Yeah,
I could feel how like cats got the rough tongue.
Yeah,
it felt like it was licking my skin off. Like, it was scary. And I did that a lot. I had like a tiger at my platinum party. It was like sitting at the top of the steps with Madonna there, and
wow,
and then it was a big dragon ice sculpture, and then there was a baby tiger in the back that people got the pet and stuff. But then it was like you find out about the animal cruelty stuff, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Nowadays you could just CGI dragon. We will get that real live dragon too to show up.
Oh my God!
I'm a text Cal when we got some idea. I'm gonna come up with a specific idea now for the app. Well, to promote the app.
You be me and I'll be you. And
that would be hilarious.
That's the idea. You already got the costume.
That wasn't my idea. That was Chuck. That was Chuck's idea.
Okay, Chuck. I got the foil.
Your girl AB made this sweater for me, and she been having a rough time. So thank you for this sweater, and thank y'all, man. It's been a pleasure. Please tell all of the talented comedians, man, that you guys keep up the good work. All my fans gonna keep following y'all, and hopefully get to work together soon, man.
Oh, listen. This year, I just copied Kev's number from the chat and texted to my wife because I don't want it to get lost. I ain't gonna lose it.
And Tylisha Brown, she says she knows your wife, and she was the one that set it up. And my wife styled me, so yeah, all of that. I hope I got all the shout outs.
Oh, you're good, bro. This went way better than I could have ever imagined.
I mean, we were like, we're just gonna, we're gonna keep it for like 15 minutes and a question and go about his day.
Dude, I didn't even really sleep because because it's like the way that artists look at if it's an artist that's in another genre or like an athlete or something that you admire. It's like it's the same thing. It's like because man, it's like I say something funny here and there, but you guys are comedians, and people don't all the way understand that there's a art to what you do. And when I see y'all get up there, it's one thing to be funny every once in a while. It's a whole other thing to get on stage and be funny, or to like do a sketch and actually be funny. Yeah. And y'all just even when you just say regular shit, it's just funny shit just come out your mouth. It's
the funny person I know, and I got to sit up here and work with her every week. She really is hilarious. But thank you again, bro. Always
thank you, man.
Big fans from all of us. Josh, I'm gonna sing you some of their albums and their stuff just so you can get familiar with.
Josh is
is something that didn't know was me. Like I was in the Wild Wild West with Will Smith. You see that? That was me.
Josh. So
I see Wild Wild West. What is going on?
That was me. I look exactly like this. It was
So Josh, before movies, Will Smith used to make music. He was a rapper.
All right, man. All right, summertime. Let's get out of here.
All right, Sisqo, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much, man.
All right, man. See y'all. Thanks again. I'll talk to y'all soon.
All right.
Oh, wait. Let me shout out.
Hold on.
Just go. I'm Sisqo on everything, on all social media. SISQO. If you don't know, now you know. And Sisqo Live is the podcast. Smoking Black Dragon, Drew Hill, all coming up and at you live.
Here's another banger for you. Here's another one. Here's another banger for you. Here's another one. Here's another banger for you. Here's another banger for you. With my boy Kevonstage and that chick Angel.